Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is a bit of a shake-up, a surprise even to me, but this is an entry onto the European Snus playlist. Because in the mail today, and yes, I missed at least one email, possibly more than one, I got this. This is Artisan Snus. I got 4 cans of it. And I picked one randomly with my eyes closed. And no, I'm not kidding. And luckily, I came up with this because this is the one that sort of piqued my interest. And it was the first thing that went right today. And it has been a very long day. And that is why I am recording at 2 o'clock in the morning. So this is Artisan Snus. This is new. This is a product that has been developed by Snooby. For those that knew his channel on YouTube, Snooby has been doing snus reviews for a very long time. The product itself is being made in Sweden by the Snus Factory, all right, which is a company. But it has all been put together by Snooby. You can look to see where you can buy this product by going to artisansnus.com. All right. Now, I'm reviewing it, keeping in mind that I have paid him for this, although he may not realize it yet. I have sent money over to his PayPal, so Snooby, if you're watching, that's there. So the product has been paid for, and you want to keep in mind, and I will try to differentiate, I have not been a user of snus products now for at least 6 years, maybe even longer than that. So I am not a big fan myself. So do keep that in mind. My own personal opinion, feelings on the product may differ. It should be separated out. I will try to make a point of it. I am expecting high quality and a good product that just sort of isn't for me. But if you do like snus and you do use it on the norm, I will try to convey as to what this is like. All of that said, let's open it up. So on the front, before I get into it, you have a plastic lid with a sticker on it. That is industry standard for snus in Europe, and for the most part, besides Camel, here as well. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, companies here have tried to move to metal because the Skull products are. But is that snus? I'll leave that to you to decide. But in Europe, plastic lids are the norm, so that is not a big deal. It has banding that is nice. It has the obvious warning label banded basically all the way around it. And then flavor, which is dark vanilla. And back over here, I am not sure. The packaging on this, now this could be me being overly tired and just not seeing right, but it's like, okay, tobacco origin is Guatemala, India, and USA. Strength is Stark. Approved by Chad Jones, which is Snooby's name. On the back, you have yet another warning label. You have their information, manufacturer's information, and way down here is a manufacturer date and a best before date. So the manufacturer date of this is the 15th of August. Wow, this is really fresh stuff. 2022. What's today's date? 9 days ago this was made. And it is best before the 15th of August, 2023. And with that, let's get into it. Wow, that band cut's really nice, actually. Okay. Was that wasn't perforated, was it? I don't know. There are 20 portions in this can, and for those that noticed, that very well may be a portrait of Snoopy, but I am not sure because I've looked up at it under magnification and I still can't quite tell. Wow. Wow. Okay, so that is what you're looking at. Now, these are original portion. This is not a white portion. There is staining of the bags, of course. It is also large portion. So, although I am not going to make out that this is as big as a, let's say, grizzly pouch, etc., they are going to be larger. And they are. They are basically not as fat, but they are elongated. All right, they appear to be elongated. They are set up in the normal pouch fashion. So you got two seams at the end and you got one running down the back. That would appear to me like it is this color due to staining. It would appear to me that the bags are actually an off-white and the product has stained. Wow, this stuff smells really good. Now, this stuff smells really good. Okay. I'm going to, I guess, so as to not to offend Snoopy, I will put this in my upper lip, I suppose, and I will do one. And I'm thinking, although I don't know, this stuff looks pretty moist, actually. And the smell coming off, it's pretty strong. I'm thinking there might be a pause here to let the flavor come through, but I'm not sure about that. So, cheers, Snoopy. Nah, it's now I'm getting some already. It's real light. But the thing about Snus is there is not an overblown flavor blast right off the bat, and which is why I was saying I may pause. I am getting a contact feel, what you would consider a burn, but only in the spot where it's at, which is right here. For larger pouches, they lie fairly flat. I'm looking at my monitor over here. It's not... It's pretty indiscreet, actually. I mean, now I have it way off on my side, but... No, it's pretty... Let me see. Yeah, it's laying pretty flat. It's comfortable in the lip. There is a little bit of a contact burn, so the nicotine is definitely there. The flavors with Snus are just subdued. All right? And that is just a thing. They do tend to come through once you adjust. I don't want to make it sound like for a dipper they need to like lower their expectations, but this is not, you're not going to get blasted with wintergreen even with a wintergreen one. And a flavor like this, to me, I almost wish there was more of it, but you know, the nature of the product, that's not what they're looking for. Okay, it's more refined. I'm getting it, and you know, if I hadn't been, a lot of this is perception. If I hadn't been dipping Stokers all day straight, I'd be getting it a lot more type deal. But because I was dipping Stokers all day, this is coming off as really, really sort of stepped back. The flavor is good. It is vanilla. It is... There's no liquor infusion or anything like that. It is dark though, and I'm wondering what the dark aspect of it is. Nicotine's definitely there. Now, it's not like Siberia or anything like that. It's not bowling you over, but it is building, although the contact feel is starting to go down. But again, from my perspective, I'm going to feel really anything in my upper lip. I could put loose leaf in my upper lip. I'd probably feel something. Now, as far as the can goes, now, I was wondering, there's 4 of these in total. Now, I do not know. Okay, so this does not have a catch lid, which to Americans probably doesn't really matter. They don't really, Timberwolf, as you have noticed, no longer has catch lids already. All right, that didn't go. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, okay, whatever." They do have a stamped, which you're not going to be able to see. There you go, with Snus Factory, Sweden. I'm obviously not spitting. It is not needed with snus. Nicotine's there. Flavor's good. From a dipper's perspective, I wish there was more of it because the flavor is actually really good. It checks the box for nicotine. No problem. Packaging is actually nice. I think part of it with this one in particular is I think it's the color scheme is what's making this appealing to me. As for how big it is about the size of a dip can. All right? It is dead on basically like that. And it is slightly, if you can even see that, it is slightly larger circumference. This is good stuff. I'm glad he was able to do this. He has had a bit of a rough year, I believe, with issues with this platform and whatnot. And I'm hoping that his other venture on a platform that I cannot remember off the top of my head right now, so I apologize. I hope that is going well. You can find him, though. He has always been a website besides the YouTube channel and whatever the new channel is. It's Snoopy.com. And it is really the end-all when it comes to reviews on snus products. I mean, if I needed to know something about snus, that's where I would go. All right? In fact, now that I think of it, I have gone. I have gone in the past. I don't do a lot of snus reviews, partly because there's a number of reasons for that, but this, though, I am glad he sent. So, Snoopy, I thank you again. This is good. If you like snus, you're going to like this. You're going to be very happy with this. Unless, for some reason, you only do something really, really, really strong, and this isn't going to check the nicotine box. The quality looks top-notch. The packaging on this one, I like. All right. Again, as far as the lid being plastic, step outside the American dipping perspective. This is the normal. Okay. It just is. So I can only think off the top of my head. There are probably more, but off the top of my head, I can only think of 2 European products that come with metal lids. And one, I'm not even sure, is still in production. So I'm sure there's more than that, but it's not the norm. That's what I'm getting at. The whole thing here, the presentation, the product in the can, the way the product looks, smells, tastes, although not strong enough for me, taste-wise, the whole thing is good. Okay, so this is a positive review of something that I would not, normally do in my daily. That said, if you do snus, you probably want to check this out. They are retailing at Snus Central at about $4.29 or 39 cents a can. There are 3 more of these here. I will be doing them. I am not sure if they're going to be coming in a row on the coming Tuesdays or if I have to mix in other stuff that had already been here. But I will do all of them. They will be reviewed. So this has been my review of Artisan Dark Vanilla by Snoopy. Original portion, that is, it is not white. Large portion, thumbs up for me. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Thanks for watching. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.